It's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Wednesday, July 13th. So we are in full moon mode. We have the moon in Capricorn intensifying to its peak, most potent energy. At 2:38 p.m., we will have our full moon in Capricorn energy. If you haven't listened to the full moon astro forecast that I put out for July's energy, please go ahead and do so. If you haven't downloaded your moon guide, I'm going to recommend you do that. It is jam-packed filled with activations and triggers for shadow work in order for us to purge, to release those unconscious inner dialogues that are preventing us and blocking us from actually manifesting our goals and dreams. It is there for your pleasure, for your work, for your best interest. If you want to do the deep dive into shadow work, I definitely recommend you start with the moon guides. So there are 16 different aspects here today. 10 of them involve the moon. Mercury will be squaring Chiron. This is definitely going to add to the somber, semi-serious, negative Nancy and inner dialogue that we are having under this Capricorn influence. This mercurial energy in Cancer, of course, is highly sensitive, super nostalgic. We are kind of unearthing our deepest, darkest fears and insecurities and uncertainties. We're definitely doing a deep dive into our inner child wounds, and Chiron, being the wounded healer, is definitely rubbing salt in those wounds so that we can acknowledge them, we can face them, we can bring them into our awareness, and we can start working to overcome them. Does it feel good? No. Should it feel good? No. But a square, a tension, a conflict is the only time that we as humans make a major change. So we do need to have this mental battlefield, if you will, in order for us to recognize what needs to change first and foremost. We have Venus trining Saturn. This is going to be a good energy for us to kind of uncover what it is that we want, need, and desire, what it is we need emotionally speaking. We have Venus, of course, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure and money. She's in Gemini, really trying to sort things out, debate certain choices, certain decisions, certain paths, certain opportunities. We have Saturn, the Lord of Karma, the ruler over this full moon energy in Aquarius energy, retrograde, of course, really showing us where it is that in our past, maybe we've given our power away. Maybe we put our own wants, needs, and desires on the back burner in order to make other people happy or avoid disappointing other people. And we have to learn from that and give ourselves another option, another choice point, if you will, to override our past situations and experiences by choosing differently. This is definitely going to illuminate for us where it is that we need to make different decisions in order for us to stand in our power, stand in our authority, and do what is right by us, for us first. We have the moon interacting with Neptune. If you downloaded the moon guide or you listen to the full moon astro forecast, you would know that Neptune is a major key factor player underneath this full moon energy. Neptune is retrograde in Piscean energy, really helping us get down to the nitty gritty of our dreams, our realistic dreams, not our foo-foo dreams, not our, wishful thinking dreams, our actual realistic, logical, practical dreams, what it is we're actually able to manifest here in this realm. The moon and Neptune interacting in this way is going to give us a little bit of a vision, a little bit of an intuitive insight, and then be able to ground that energy out in our physical bodies, bringing it into this present moment and really looking at it strategically on what it is that we can do to align with that energy, to align with that vision, to align with that dream. And of course, Neptune's energy means that our intuition is strong. And this Capricorn energy means that we are able to bring it into the here and now, to the physical form, to this earthy realm of life. We have the moon squaring with Chiron. This does not feel good. This is negative Nancy. This is Betty the bully. This is Debbie the downer. Why? Well, because we have to feel the low and slow, the pain, the trauma, in order for us to turn it into power, in order for us to turn this darkness into light. We have to sit in the funk. Full moon always illuminates the not so nice thoughts and feelings in order for us to realize them, integrate them, do something with them. And because we're under a full moon energy, it is very, very intense. What we know to be true is that there is always a breakdown before a breakthrough, that there is always always chaos right before we gain clarity. And this particular aspect is definitely setting us up for the not so nice parts in order for us to kind of sit in that funk and realize what we have to do to lighten the vibe, to turn that pain into power, to turn that darkness into light. We have the moon sitting across from and opposing Mercury. Now, in the astro forecast, we talked about how the sun and Mercury are very close together underneath this full moon influence, within 4 degrees of one another. And that means that the moon opposing the sun and opposing Mercury will create a little bit of a conflict. Now, the moon is our heart, our soul, our unconscious self. Mercury is our mental plane, our inner dialogue, our narrative, our understanding. So having this opposition, our heart and our head, is definitely not on the same page. We need to recognize where they are in extremes in order for us to find a nice grounded middle point. This is really going to challenge us to keep a positive mind frame. This is going to challenge us to see where it is that our inner dialogue is not loving, is not nurturing, is not encouraging or supporting of us to do well. We have to understand that a lot of these inner dialogues are conditions that we subliminally keep repeating over and over, that we picked up in the first 7 years of our childhood. Again, this Capricorn energy, full moon, is sitting across from the sun in Cancer, very much the mother and father energy of the zodiac. Lots of family drama, lots of unearthing of unconscious patterns and inner narratives. And this definitely is an aspect that will highlight the inner narrative that maybe isn't as kind and loving and as supportive as we need it to be. The moon will trine Uranus, the great awakener. We talk about how Uranus is a huge factor in this full moon event as well, sitting super close to the north node, the true node, our soul's path, our soul's destiny point. Uranian energy likes to shake things up and wake us up, kind of open up our minds, give us an aha moment, change our perspective, change our perception, and literally shift the paradigm. So the fact that Uranian energy is in Taurus, which is also in Earth energy, the moon is in Capricorn and Earth energy, we're vibing, we're keeping things low and slow, we're recognizing where in our physical realm that things aren't working so well, but from those things not working so well, we gain clarity on what we need to do in order to fix them. We are easily more adaptable to change under the Uranian energy influence. And again, we just need to have the right information, the right details, the right aha moment be sparked within us in order for us to change our perspective and understanding. And of course, the course that we will be traveling into the future. Because Uranian energy is sitting so close to the true node, we have the moon trining the true node as well. And this is definitely going to provide us with a little bit of clarity on where it is that we want to go from here. The moon in Capricorn, of course, wants us to focus on our long-term goals and long-term dreams and visions. And that true node wants us to get on the right path in order to reach said goals and dreams, because it is our soul's mission. It is our soul's purpose to do so. This particular energy is a positive vibe, helping us to kind of define the next step in our plan. Of course, using logic and practicality, calculated strategy will get us to where it is that we want to be, but this energy does need us to go low and slow, perfecting even the smallest baby step before we go ahead and take another one. 2:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the moon opposes the sun. This gives us our full moon in Capricorn event. Please listen to the astro forecast. I ranted for about 20 minutes on all the different topics and themes that can be illuminated, all the energy that can be kind of triggered and activated under this particular moon event. And if you listen to that, you would know that after this peak energy takes place, the universe will be slamming on the fast forward button, and we are going to see an accelerated timeline shift, an accelerated change to our physical realms. There's lots of events going to be popping off, and we are going to definitely feel like all of the waiting that we've done has been kind of built up to this particular moment, and it will not stop until the first week of August with that Lionsgate portal. So get ready, rest, give yourself the rest that you need now, because we are going to be craving a break, a little bit of a timeout, a little bit of a rest period in the weeks to come. We have Mercury interacting with Mars. This is definitely going to inspire us, motivate us to be better, to improve, to be a little bit more hell-bent, damn well and determined in order for us to muster up the courage and bravery to do what we got to do, to roll up our sleeves, to get this thing happening. Now, Mercury rules over our mental plane and the way that we're communicating and expressing ourselves. Mars, of course, is in Taurus energy, a little bit low and slow, a little bit frustrated, fixated on taking one step before the other. But we have a workhorse type of energy with Mars in Taurus, very much adding to the Capricorn energy as well. We just want to be productive. We want to see improvement. We want to see growth. This particular energy between Mercury and Mars would suggest that we are revamping our inner dialogue. We are being inspired. We are kind of pep talking ourselves, hyping ourselves up in order to actually be aggressive in going after what it is that we want, need, and desire instead of sitting back and letting things happen to us. We're out there now making things happen for us. Mercury will then bump into Saturn, the Lord of Karma, and this is definitely going to help us focus on what needs to be done. Building new systems, building new routines, building new structures, foundations in our lives in order to bridge the gap from where it is that we're at to where it is that we desire to be. We will have a little bit more of a tunnel vision energy with Mercury bumping into Saturn in this way, which isn't a bad thing at all. We do have a little bit of conflicting aspects taking place in the cosmos right now, especially with Neptune, making it very hard to concentrate, very hard to see one complete thought through to its ending point. But Mercury interacting with Saturn in this way should help us with that, getting very down to the nitty gritty on what needs to be done in our physical realms in order to make the changes that we know that we need to make in order to kind of build the foundation that we need to have in order to start building some of those elements from our dreams and manifesting those elements here in our physical realm. The moon will be bumping into Saturn shortly after this energy as well, literally not even 10 minutes later, and in such a way where our outside realm, our external realm, may create a situation where we are full stop aware of our roles, of our responsibilities, of our commitments on the things, topics and themes and interactions with people that are literally sucking the life out of us. Now, keep in mind that this full moon is all about illuminating where we are facing blocks and challenges in life, restrictions, if you will. And this particular energy popping off between the moon and Saturn is likely going to make us feel that heavy weight inside of our heart space by recognizing certain roles and responsibilities that we've committed to in our exterior realm that we're just not aligned with anymore, that we want to be freed from. And of course, when the moon moves into Aquarius energy, we will see the bigger, brighter picture on how to free ourselves, liberate ourselves from said blockages and restrictions. Mercury goes ahead and sextiles Uranus. This is a beautiful energy for a couple of reasons. First of all, Uranian energy is the higher octave of Mercury. Uranian energy connects us with intelligent life forms, with the cosmos, with our intuition, with our observer self. Mercury is the lower level intellect, our egoic level intellect, where we're using logical and practical information and details from our physical realms in order to make educated decisions. Having these two blend their energies together would suggest that we're in for a major aha moment. A light bulb goes off, a spark gets ignited, we suddenly understand things from a different level of perception that maybe we wouldn't have up until now. We have a different level of awareness, a different level of enlightenment. It is definitely putting us in a different situation to see our lives, our inner workings of our inner realm, and our exterior circumstances in our outer realm from a different set of eyes. And sometimes we need a different set of eyes in order to see where it is that we have a detour. We have different opportunities available to us, where it is that the blockages are actually alive and well in our mental plane, in our heart space, or in our physical circumstances. This is what this full moon energy is all about. And this particular aspect is going to shake us up and shake up the mental plane so that we have a different understanding of all that we've gone through in order to be a little bit more content on where it is that we're at so that we can choose differently for ourselves in moving forward. Mars will be interacting intersecting with Saturn in a very positive way, this is where duty calls. This is where we boss up, where we take on new roles and responsibilities, where we recognize what it is that we have to do. We are thinking logically. We are thinking practically. We are not afraid to get our hands dirty. We know that the bridge needs to be built and nobody else is going to build it for us. We need the bridge to be built in order for us to get away from where it is that we're at and for us to get closer to where it is that we desire to be. But now nobody is coming to save us. Now we realize where it is that we've been hesitant in even beginning to build the bridge. Mars, of course, our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, even our anger. Saturn, of course, the Lord of Karma, ruling over structures and foundations, roles and responsibilities. We are bossing up to a new level of power and authority. Again, another level, another layer of what this full moon in Capricorn is all about. The moon will be bumping into Venus in a way that would suggest that emotionally speaking, we will be rocked. We have to expect that. That's a full moon energy topic on the to-do list anyways, but we are going to be rocked in our personal relationships. Venus, of course, all about worth and pleasure and value, especially where love and money is concerned. This particular situation is a serious, somber type of tone. We are taking a good look at whether or not we are giving our power away to other people and where it is that we need to take our power and control back. This is also helping us to look long term. Venus, of course, is in Gemini energy right now. She's not so focused on the long term as she is in the present moment, just trying to have fun, just trying to be better, just trying to improve. And this Capricorn energy is pushing us to think a little bit more long term about who we're sharing our lives with, how we're spending our time, where we can create more happiness, more joy, more pleasure in our lives, and where it is that maybe when it comes to money, we have to make some serious changes and adjustments to our resources in order to feel that safety, security, and stability that we're currently lacking. The moon will sextile Neptune, and this is a beautiful energy, again, giving us a huge amount of insight. We are grasping a vision, grasping a dream, using our intuition to navigate emotionally and in our soul self what it is that we desire to be true, what it is we want to manifest. The moon in Capricorn, very logical, very practical, very responsible in bringing certain elements into the physical body, into the physical realm, and seeing what we can do about it right now. Even taking a baby step to align with a vision and a dream that we eventually want to bring into manifestation is effort. It is progress. Right now, this Neptune energy is helping to unlock a new level of creativity within us so that we can use that level of creativity and our intuitional insights in order to apply that to our physical realms here and now. What can we do in the here and now to start aligning with that vision, with that dream? Lastly, we have the moon making a very interesting, very positive aspect with Jupiter. Jupiter is about growth and expansion, beliefs and abundance. He is in Aries energy, a fire energy for the first time in 12 years. Jupiter is pushing us outside of our comfort zones in order to be better, in order to improve. Jupiter likes to highlight all the more that we want to have in our life, and this moon in Capricorn wants nothing more than to be productive in making said dreams, said visions come true. Now, we are in the mood to improve. We are recognizing where it is that we need to grow. And a lot of this is because of the inner belief system that we've had, not feeling like we are worthy enough or even deserving enough to live the dream or the vision that we are currently praying for. So this does suggest that there is a click, a light bulb moment, a aha moment within us that shows us where it is that maybe our belief system is outdated. Maybe we have to push the boundaries of that belief system. Maybe we have to grow in our confidence, in our self-esteem, in our worth, in our value to see that we are deserving of living a life of happiness, of stability, of love, of joy, of pleasure. But it does come down to our inner narrative. And because this full moon in Capricorn is all about illuminating where it is that the blocks and the challenges lie preventing us from manifesting said dream and vision, you best believe that this particular aspect is going to highlight where it is that maybe we have to switch switch up the way that we are thinking about ourselves, the way that we're treating ourselves, the way that we are imagining what it is that we actually can be living when it comes down for us to actually see that we are worth every energy, every effort, every ounce of love that we are going to start pouring into ourselves in order to manifest the kind of reality that we've been praying for.